welcome. Got Turnip's in the house today. We'll see how long he stays for. He used to be like so involved when I would teach classes, and now I feel like I do it so often he doesn't care, but I'm hoping he'll stay so we can have some like funny Pilates today. Okay, I'm gonna give it one more minute just because I started a little bit late. For anyone who is watching this later or is on now, my name's Maddie. I'm a certified Pilates instructor in Toronto. I'm classically trained, if you know what that means, but today we're not doing classical, we're just gonna do some fun stuff, totally appropriate for all beginners, and then I'll shout out if there's any modifications you might need. We've got a different vibe today. We're going to make a quarantine vibe today because it was just one of those days. I'll try to keep my mat above the comments. I used to have this position perfectly and now not so much, but anyway. We're gonna give it one more minute. I have music playing. You can always just let me know if you have questions or if you can't hear me. Usually it's okay. We're gonna have a nice chill flow. All right, hopefully the bunny stays. Oh, Nicole's in the house. Hi, friend. All right. So, I'm gonna start over on this side. All right, you guys, so we're gonna move through nice little warm up and then we'll get into the workout. So you can just come stand on your mats, pet your pet if they're joining you. And then just take a really, really deep breath and inhale your arms up to the ceiling. And just take a moment here with your arms upstretched. So your arms are gonna push through to the top of the ceiling. You're gonna start to root down in through your heels and then take a second to find all 5 toes. Make sure all 5 toes are rooted into the mat. Don't walk out your knees, have a nice bend, but keep them strong. Sweep the arms all the way down and one hand on your rib cage, one hand on your mid-back. We're just gonna take 3 really deep breaths. So I'll face you so you can hear me, but face wherever. So as you take a really deep inhale, feel that rib cage expand east and west. Hopefully the kids let you get through the whole workout. And then as you exhale, exhale all the air, flush all that air out. Ribs should start to connect to the hips. Take another deep breath, expand that rib cage all the way out. And then exhale all the air. And then on this 3rd breath, try and send your breath to the back. So you've got nice 3D breathing. Deep inhale and then deep exhale. The whole time, I'm gonna ask you to keep breathing just like that and keep those breathing cues, just because that'll actually help with your control throughout the movements. One last time, arms outstretched, and then lift up as if you're lifting over a fence and start to dive forward. So you're diving over that picket fence. You don't want it to touch you. And then just land your hands on your shins. So micro bend in the knees. And then start to slide and round that spine up as you slide your hands all the way up your thighs. This time as you go down, just want to lengthen the spine and keep a straight spine until you hit your shins. Keep that spine straight as you lift halfway. And then roll all the way down, round your spine, and then just bend your knees and lift your hips and just loosen up those legs. One last time, straighten the legs. You're gonna walk yourself out into a plank. Hopefully you don't have a bunny underneath you, and just hold the plank and start to rock back and forth. If you can't hold a high plank, just come down onto your knees and you can still rock back and forth. The only purpose here is to warm up those joints. And then from here, just come on to your back. So come to seated first. I have no room. Knees can be bent, arms outstretched. Reach through those arms and then slowly start to roll all the way down, bone by bone. If you need hands behind your thighs, bring them there until you come your line all the way down on your mat. From here, you're just gonna reach your arms all the way up. Check in with your body. You should have a space underneath your low back and underneath your neck. Your heels, you can touch them with your feet. If you need to move them farther away from you, that's fine. So keeping your bra strap or your shoulder blades onto the mat, just start to reach through the right arm up towards the ceiling and then retract it back. And then opposite arm comes up and retract it back. So it's a small, small movement, and we're just trying to warm up those shoulder blades, get that scapular retraction. Do not forget to breathe. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Because I'm teaching, I don't have the benefit of the breath, but those deep breaths are gonna help release that low back, help you gain more control in your movements. And down, go for 3 more. For 2. For 1. Bring both shoulders down, and then keep the arms extended and really slowly start to extend the arms back behind your head, keeping track of that low back and making sure it's not arching off the mat. Start to bring them forward, exhale. So lower back, 3, 2, 1, come up. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, up. 2, 3, 4. One more time. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Nice job. From here, you keep the arms up, and then as if pretending like you've got a wire that starts from your pelvis and runs through your spine all the way up through your head. You start to resist through the lower abs and bring one leg up into tabletop really slowly. Keeping that wire running through the body, pretend like someone is pulling your opposite leg or whatever leg is down up into your tabletop. And from here, arms go back. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4. So you go back, keep going. Your knees tracking over your hips. And up. 2, 3, 4, and back. 2, 3, 4, come up. 2, 3, 4, hold it up. And then just like we did before, we start to reach up with the right, reach up with the left. Up, up, up. A little bit faster. You start to feel your obliques, your lower core is turned on, resisting and keeping those heels all the way up. Nice job. And then from here, you're gonna bring your hands in a diamond shape, close the legs so that they're together. Your hands will push onto your knees. So if you need to, you can keep the knees open, but it's just a little bit of resistance, a small push, so that you're activating that lower core. Don't forget to breathe. So remember those deep breaths that we were doing before. You inhale, expand the ribs, send the breath to your back, and then exhale all the air out as much as you can. Deep inhale, keep pushing into those knees, and exhale. And then just follow the, we're gonna follow the 100 rhythm if you know what that is. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. It's about endurance of the breath. Deep breaths. Making sure that collarbone is wide. Go for 2, 3, 4, and exhale out. From here, release the pressure from your knees. You're gonna curl head, neck, and shoulders up and look into your core, keeping a space between your chest and your chin. Hands come palm over palm behind your head. And then from here, you're just gonna lower down. Exhale up, lower down. Just gonna go for 5. And down, and up. Stay down on this one. You bring both hands onto your right knee. Just check that your shoulders are away from your head. Your head is down on the mat, long spine the whole time, reaching through that tailbone. And then with control, extend that left leg out and in. So you don't need to push on this knee. You can add a little bit of pressure there if you want a little bit more of a challenge. But we're inhaling on the way out, exhaling on the way in. So inhale, exhale. I can't really breathe because I'm trying to talk, but you should feel your lower core activating here. Curl head, neck, and shoulders back up, hands behind your head. That same leg extends and lowers. When you get to halfway, circle inwards for 5, for 4, for 3. Small circles are fine, reverse the circle. So we're really challenging stability of the core. And we're breathing. Nice job. Bring that leg in, pulse it up for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Roll that head down, knees into chest. Circle the knees each way. And we get right back into it. So we crunch up for 5, for 4, and lower. For 3, for 2, knees over hips. For 1, come down, hands go on opposite leg, little bit of pressure only if you want it, and extend the opposite leg out and in. So today is all about slow, controlled movements that challenge the stability of the core. Because you're gonna get a much stronger core the more you challenge the stability. It's not all about a million crunches. Don't forget to breathe. Go for 3 more. For 2. For 1. Bring it in. Head behind neck. Palm over palm, lift up. And then we extend that same leg out and we circle inwards for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, reverse direction, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it up with both legs in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down, knees into chest. And then you're just gonna bring a quick spinal massage, so hands behind thighs. And then just start to rock your way. We're not gonna go, actually yeah, we will go all the way up. And come up to seated after a few that feel good. Make sure you're articulating the spine all the way into the mat. And if you can, come up to the top. I have to move back. And just hover your legs up and arms reach forward. So slight scooping of the tailbone here. Broad collarbones reaching through. And just hold. If your hip flexors are starting to activate, that's okay. And then if you want, you can either bring your feet down onto the mat, or you just slowly roll all the way down, bone by bone by bone, onto your spine, and bring your feet onto the mat. From here, touch the tips of your fingertips to your heels, and then walk them out if you need to. Hands come long beside the body, and we move into shoulder prep. So, super, super slowly start to peel your spine up off the mat for 4, for 3, bone by bone. For 1, pause at the top. Check that your bra strap or your shoulder blades are still on the mat. It's one long line between your body. You're reaching through those knees. Hands push into the mat to support you. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, you roll down, bone by bone by bone, all the way down. Go up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. 3, 2, 1. Rock up. 3, 2, 1. Come down. 3, 2, 1. A couple more. 3, 2, 1. So keep going. It's all about spinal articulation. We're getting a nice massage in the spine. Yes, we're building a little bit of heat in the glutes, but we're also trying to get that spine nice and warmed up. Get it a little bit more flexible. If you need to move your heels out, that's okay. Sometimes you might feel a little bit of tension on the knees. It's whatever works for your body. On this next one, you're gonna peel up super, super slow. Keep one long line check in with your body. If you need to walk your feet in, that's okay. We so slowly lift our heels so that we're coming up onto the balls of our feet and then lower the heels and lift and lower. So we're not trying to go up and down. We're not articulating those heels up. It's slow, controlled movement, trying to get a little bit of mobility in those ankle joints and in the toes. Don't forget to breathe. If you need to put your hands on ribcage and back to feel everything move, go for it. And keep peeling those heels all the way up and down. Really slow. We don't focus on ankle mobility or foot mobility enough. So beginner Pilates is a great place for me to add it in and force you all to do it. And you're gonna hold those heels up at the top and just start to pulse. Pulse. Pulse it up. And pulse. If you want to bring your arms up overhead, you can. Otherwise, just pulse. Building heat in the backs of the legs, working that glute max. Spread those collarbones wide. And don't forget to breathe. Go for 10 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Slowly bring those heels down. And then we bring the toes up. So just like we did before, except opposite direction. So toes come up and you're on your heels, and then start to slowly roll the toes down. Toes peel up off the mat and peel down, feeling pressure in all 5 toes when they hit the mat. Even so, for me, this is still tricky because I have a lot going on with my feet. So I usually have to concentrate really hard, but really good ankle mobility again. And your thighs and your glutes are probably starting to talk to you and have a conversation, and your core should be engaged the whole time to help you balance. And breathe. Go for 3 more. For 2. For 1. Hold those toes up and pulse it out. Again. This is where your butt will really start to kick in. Do that 3D breathing. So expand the ribs as you breathe in and feel a little bit of a depression in between your ribs as you breathe out. Toes up, stretch them out, lengthen as much as you can as you pulse. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly peel those toes back down, hands come back down on the mat. Now, from here we're gonna rock back and forth. So you're gonna lift onto the balls of the feet, slowly peel those feet down, toes peel up. Bring those toes down, lift up through the heels. Bring those heels down, lift up through the toes. I am already shaking. My inner thighs are on fire. If you need to take a break, and just rock back through those joints. Really working through nice hip mobility, or sorry, ankle mobility here. Also hips, we're working the glutes. Just rock back and forth a few more times. Go for 1 more. And then bring those feet down, slowly roll the spine all the way down. Bring both knees in towards your chest. And we're just gonna do a spine twist really quickly. So gently bring feet down, knees over to one side, twist over, look over to opposite arm, and just hold. And then start to bring those knees in, use that core, and then swing the knees over to the opposite side and look over. And then use that core, draw the knees in for that nice spine twist. Hands come under thighs, start to rock up spinal massage to get yourself up, making sure to round through that back and have every bone in your spine come in contact with the mat. Come up to seated, and then just start to lengthen your legs all the way out. Sometimes sitting up can be actually pretty difficult, especially if you have tight hip flexors. So if you need to bend the knees, that's okay. Otherwise, keep the legs as straight as you possibly can, and your heels and feet will be flexed and all the way together. Our arms are gonna come up, and then we're just gonna open the arms and extend and try and get a nice stretch in the front of the body, and then close and open and close. Reaching through those heels as much as you can. If you have bent knees, you're just right here, that's fine too. And just try and open those shoulders up. I have really tight shoulders, so this is good for me. And don't forget to breathe. And then we're gonna take the arms and bend them down, up, down, up. So, even in your sitting position, you're lengthening through that side body as much as you can. We're just trying to wake up the mid-back and get everything moving and grooving. But your core is fully engaged in this position because you're stabilizing yourself, you're lengthening up, you're maintaining good posture. Arms reach up and down, and up and down. I don't know if you guys can see, but my bunny is still in the bar underneath me. And it's the best. And down. And push up and pull down. Resist on the way up. It's like you're going through molasses. There's intention with every move. You're not just going up and down. It's slow, controlled, and intentional. And then you're just gonna round forward over those knees. Give your back a break. And then roll up through that spine. Your hands will come behind you, and you can keep bent knees for this one. You're gonna use your core to engage. Make sure you're not rotating this shoulder forward, you're plugging it back as we lift up, and tiny tricep dips with control. Up for 2, slow for 2, up for 2, down for 2. So you're hovering 1 inch above the mat on the way down. You're not touching it. We're just maintaining control of the triceps. I have to tell myself and self-correct all the time to get my shoulders back. And breathing. A little bit faster. You go up and down, and up and down. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, broad shoulders, 8, wait, I just said 8. I think I'm on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down, round forward, and shake those arms out. Curl, you can stretch the wrists if you need to, circle them around. And then you're gonna roll that spine all the way up, and you're just gonna float back down, roll onto the mat with control. You guys, this is my first time ever wearing my glasses on a live. I think it's actually going okay. So from here, we're gonna move into our side lying series. You can come on your right side and just line your spine up with the mat. Come down slowly with control onto that tricep. So nice stretch in the tricep. Back is lining up with the back of the mat up until your hips. So one long line like a wire pulling through. Top hand comes down in front, and your front leg, or sorry, both your legs lift and come to a 45-degree angle in front of you. So the whole time you're here, everything is pulled away from your head. Your shoulders are down and away. Your control, this upper body is completely quiet. You push that top hip away from you, and you can point that top leg. So for here, just adjust as you need to, but you're going to need to use your stabilizer muscles and bring that bottom leg up and down, up and down. Bring that top leg a little bit higher, so you're getting into that top oblique and that inner thigh. Up and down, up and down. I know this can be a little bit uncomfortable on the mat, so put a blanket if you need it on. You just want to be on that fleshy part of your hip. So you might be rocked back a little bit. Bring that shoulder down and breathe. And we're gonna pulse it out. So come halfway and pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. Don't forget to breathe. Take breaks when you need it, take water when you need it. And pulse, and pulse. And you're gonna hold at the top. Point and flex the feet. Point and flex. I know you can't really see my feet. I would move up, but I'm in a really good spot right here. So just pretend I'm pointing and flexing at the top. And then hold at the top. And if you want to try, lengthen that top and bottom arm out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms come down, knees come down, and just stretch. Drop. When you're stretching, reach that arm, push that hip away from you. We're gonna come up into seated, and we're gonna do same side stretch. So just knees tucked in front of you, arm comes over, reach, 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 counter, stretch it out. And we're gonna go to the other side. Your side and left. Lean down on that left side. Left tricep down, lying back, and hips in line with the mat. Top arm comes up, whole body is, upper body is still, knitting the ribs to the hips. Once you've lengthened that top hip away from you, you lift that leg. And then get into whatever position you need to feel stable, up and down, up and down. So there's going to be a little bit of pressure in your front hand, and that's okay. More advanced students can put their hands behind their head, but this is beginner Pilates, so. Also, if you need a little bit of, if you just want to hold your bottom leg bent and your top leg up, that's fine. Whatever you need to do. In 4, we're going to pulse halfway up, halfway down. Try and keep that top leg up. And hold that leg halfway up and pulse. You should feel that oblique start screaming you. Don't forget to breathe. Only the bottom leg is moving, the top leg is pretty still. You're gonna hold at the top. And then if you want to go further, you flex the feet and point the feet. Now you can see it. And point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point. Use the little obliques to keep the legs up, and flex, and point. And then if you want to take it further, just hold the legs up, bottom arm comes down, top arm reaches up overhead and hold for 5, 4, 3, start, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. And then just stretch it out. Even like I have a really bad side and a really good side, as you can see. And we're gonna just come sit up onto our hips. And we're just gonna stretch it out. Side bend over, one way towards your heels. And then just counter stretch it out. Oh, get that nice stretch. And reach it out. All right, how much time do we have? 2 minutes. All right, we're just gonna cool it down. So we're gonna come onto a tabletop. And then from here, actually let's start kneeling. We'll start kneeling. My favorite one, we'll just spiral the spine out. So arms come out all the way, far east and west as you can make them. Hug yourself, hug your top arm of your body, and then start to just spiral your spine around. You do not need me to tell you what to do. Just do whatever feels good for you. We can make smaller spirals, or you can go all the way down. Go one more this way. And then reverse direction. If you want to switch position of the arms, just reverse the top arm over the bottom arm, and then reverse. And spiral shit out of your spine. Feels so good, no matter what you've been doing. Release all that tension. Roll that spine right up to straight. And then from here, you're just gonna put your hands on the floor come onto the balls of your feet and you're just going to lift your hips up and come down. And up. And down. And up. And down. On your last one, up, just roll up for a count of 8. 8, 7, core lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms come up, lift up, reach over, roll down. For 8, 7, upper body hangs, soften and lead bone by bone, hips over heels. Touch down, roll up one more time. Core is engaged. And your head, neck, and shoulders come up. Last, roll them out. Take a couple swings of the arms. That is your 30-minute Pilates class. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the feeling of it. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to leave this up for 24 hours. So people should be able to do it tomorrow as well. But thank you guys for joining. I don't know if you can see my bunny. It's still right there. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for joining. I'm back tomorrow at 5:30. I think I said Pilates HIIT tomorrow at 5:30, so I will see you then. Bye.